Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to give you a state of my life kind of update thing to explain why I've been neglecting my YouTube channel. I mean, it's 2014 and we're already at fucking tax season, and this is my first video of the year. This is not a good strategy for building a YouTube audience. But, you know, life happens and my work-life balance is already fucked up anyway, being a web cartoonist. So you know something had to give, and sadly, YouTube recording was the thing that I had to kind of put on the back burner. So hopefully now I've figured things out to where I can actually get work done and figure everything else out. So there might be more regular video schedule. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. So, in January of this year, January 30th, our daughter Hazel was born. And as you can imagine, that's kind of thrown everything for a loop and trying to figure out, you know, balancing life and baby and I guess my addiction slash hobby, which is webcomics, which eventually I hope to grow into an actual business. But for now, it's going to be a hobby. Sadly, in I ran a filler arc for I think it was the month of February. My brain is, I can't remember dates to begin with, and even now my brain is Swiss cheese. But I ran a filler arc in February because I did ask for guest strips. Now, if you plan on going on a hiatus, or if you know that there's a vacation coming up or a major life event, and you can plan a little bit ahead, it's always a great idea to reach out to your fellow cartoonists and to get some guest strips going, because you know it helps promote them and you know it gives you a little bit of a break. Well, if you're going to solicit guest strips, ask when it's convenient for people. So don't ask about guest strips during the holiday season, which is what I did, because if you ask during Christmas break for people to draw you a guest strip, you aren't going to get any guest strips. It's really stupid. So that's my fault. I probably should have asked when I knew Audrey was pregnant. I probably should have lined up an entire month of guest strips like months in advance, because I knew that it was going to be a while before I figured out how to do life and baby and comics. And so I should have set that shit up way, way, way in advance, but I was not that clever. So if you plan on having a major life event like having a baby, get your guest strips as soon as you find out you're pregnant, because that's the only way it's going to happen. I did get a week worth of guesties from my friend Bryan Prindiville. So Bryan, when he had his daughter, he launched his webcomic, Bedlam Court. So go to bedlamcourt.com. I'll put it in the show notes so you can check it out. It's great stuff. It's a one-panel strip. There's no dialogue. It's really cute. It's really good stuff. And he provided a week's worth of guest strips to buffer between the filler arc that I did and then the startup of the regular comics. So the filler arc I did was called the 47 Ronin, because the 47 Ronin movie had just come out, and I thought it was really disappointing because forget about all the historical inaccuracies. I kind of felt like if you're going to modernize the telling of the story, you need to figure out what kind of movie you want to do. Like, there was a lot of fantasy elements, there was a lot of historical fiction elements, and it just kind of felt like the movie was trying to fight with itself and figure out what kind of movie it wanted to be. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do a retelling of the Chushingura my way, and it's going to be all brotastic and crazy and stupid. And so I did a month where I ran my version of the 47 Ronin. It's a bro version. And you can go to 47bronin.com and you can see it's all up there. You can click through. I've got a digital version available. I made a limited edition poster, and there was a t-shirt campaign. I should have gone to YouTube and tell you all about that. I didn't have a chance because life got in the way and stuff. So I think I've gotten to a point where I've figured out how to do comics and baby and not go completely insane. I'm actually sleeping more than I've ever slept before, and that's crazy. Normally I would stay up till 1 or 2. Now I'm in bed by midnight, and I'm waking up earlier than I ever have before. Like, I would normally wake up around 7. Now I wake up at around 6. So it's weird. I'm sleeping more, and I feel like I'm being more productive. Sadly, I've had to change to a twice a week schedule. So I update the comic on Tuesdays and Fridays, which is, I don't know, no one seems to mind. So that's good. I do feel like the pacing has slowed down a little bit because I'm not able to tell as much story as I was able to in 3 weeks. I even felt that was a little slow. Like I kind of, if in my perfect world, I would be able to update 5 days a week so I could tell more chunks of story. So, but I mean, it is what it is. And actually, this story arc is sort of like a food competition. I did one of these a long time ago with my first comic, and I've never been able to finish it. Like the web comics I've done in the past, there's always this extended arc that's sort of just like a glorified fight scene. I guess I watch a lot of shonen anime, and there's always a section where there's a long fight scene that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I've never been able to finish one because other projects come or I kill off that webcomic. And so this food fight kind of thing is sort of my challenge to myself to finish a shonen fighting arc finally and bring it to a conclusion, and not go through the Dragon Ball Z syndrome of just spending like 8 episodes of building the spirit bomb and then missing. So so that's what's going on. That's just a brief update of life. We've got daycare figured out, so that's cool. We've got work schedule figured out for the most part. I'm still working from home, which is fortunate. My day job affords me the opportunity to work remotely, so that's good because I can be here if I need to pick up Hazel or pick up Audrey or run errands during the day, and then check in with work and then run more errands and do that kind of stuff. So I'm in a very fortunate place. It would be even more fortunate if I was my own boss, and I'm working on that. I'm working towards that goal. But for now, this is sort of working out. So I know a lot of people have been asking for more tutorial stuff, like more coloring tutorials, more Photoshop tutorials. And I like doing tutorials, but I don't know. I'm slowly. I've been writing this long blog post. I've spent like 5 months on this blog post about just shitting on Adobe products, and it's always dangerous to shit on a company whose products you depend on for your living. Like I use Photoshop every day. Photoshop is my bread and butter. But if I was to recommend a software program for someone starting out these days, Photoshop wouldn't be at the top of my list. And I have this long thing about why, and the whole Creative Cloud bullshit, and the persistent pricing, and renting programs, and not owning software, and the fact that it seems like Adobe is focusing on big businesses and leaving the little guys out. And I don't know. There's this whole thing. I haven't decided whether or not I want to post it or if I want to do it as a vlog so I can articulate my thoughts a little bit better. But I write the way I talk, so posting it, whatever. So I do kind of want to do more tutorial stuff. I haven't decided whether or not to do it. I was gonna shift my focus to Autodesk Sketchbook because I really enjoy using Sketchbook for line work and concept design. But then I found out that Autodesk is killing Softimage. So I don't know. Who can you trust? Who can you trust? But yeah, other things I want to do. I've been doing more 3D work. Strangely, I have a little bit more time to work on side projects with a 2 update a week schedule. I've got a new laptop because the old one was sort of dying. So I'm trying out new things. This is the first video recorded on the new laptop. I also killed a scanner and I killed another scanner. So I had this Mustech 11x17 scanner. I draw my pages on 5. I don't have a page right here, but it's 5 inch by 17 inch paper. So it's a little bit longer than your typical 8.5 by 11 scanner. And what I used to do is scan a page one half and then scan the other half and then just combine them in Photoshop. It's called halving. It is a terrible, terrible thing to do, but it's an essential skill to have if you're going to be coloring your own work and you're working at 11 by 17. So I learned how to do that when I was coloring professionally, and it's a skill that I never wanted and I never wanted to use again. But so I got a big ass scanner when I decided to start Yellow Peril. I had this Mustec thing. It was great. It lasted 4 years. I killed it during the time between baby and now, so I killed that scanner. And so I bought another one because I was like, all right, well, they have a new version of this Mustec thing. It's got to be better. It's, you know, the newer version must be. It's slimmer, it's faster, all that shit. It was wonky when I got it out of the box, and then a month later, I killed it. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna get a cheap ass USB scanner and half pages again. So I've got this little Canon little dude. This little dude, Canon Scan, Cano, whatever the fuck it is. You just plug it into your computer. It's USB powered, and you can take it wherever you want. It hasn't broken yet. Even though I have to half pages and do what I used to do as a colorist, and it sucks. It's a terrible skill to have, but it's, you know, good if you work large. This thing, I used to have one of these. An earlier version, and it lasted like 10 years, and the only reason I can't use it now is because Canon no longer makes drivers for the stupid thing. But if they did, I'm pretty sure I could plug it in and it would work fine. So if you're ever planning on buying a 11 by 17 large format scanner, save your fucking money, get a little USB powered scanner, and learn how to have pages, because really it doesn't take all that much time. So I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm gonna keep on going. But that's what's been going on in life. I think things are in a really good place, which means that it's all going to get screwed up sometime soon because, you know, babies are unpredictable. You know, right when you think you've got everything figured out, they change on you. But at least scheduling wise, I think I've figured things out. So twice a week, comics. Tuesdays and Fridays. It's a great schedule. You should try it if you haven't already. And yeah, fuck large format scanners. Save your money. Buy a little piece of shit USB thing that'll last you forever. All right, bye.